Just me and Benson Boone on a tiny couch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got to tell you, one of the happiest moments that I had in the last 2 months. I'm not lying to you because I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah.
But I was in the car and I pulled up top 100 list on Apple Music, and I'm like, oh, Benson Boone song. I hadn't heard your song yet.
Yeah.
And then I put it on and I was like, damn, dude, it's so good.
Thank you.
Congratulations on everything, man.
Thank you so much. It's last time I saw you. Since then, a lot's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were at the trampoline park the last time I saw you.
Oh my gosh, dude!
And
I forgot about the trampoline
Yeah.
park. Oh wow.
And Victoria from my show went and jumped with you guys for a while. I couldn't because I had to go do something. And then she also was like, she had a crush on someone, one of your friends or
Oh,
whatever.
probably Jacob.
That was yeah. She was like,
Yeah.
really thought Jacob was cute. And I was trying to talk to him. But
He's a handsome guy. Yeah, that's a common thing I've been seeing. I think people now are starting to come to the show more for Jacob than me. And, I can't be mad at it.
But yeah, dude, a lot has happened since then. That's dope. Congratulations. What's been the craziest thing so far?
Oh gosh, honestly, I think this tour has probably been the craziest thing for me in a very good way. Where like this tour is such a step up from last time, like production wise, and we sold it out like right as Beautiful Things dropped, and it took a while for Beautiful Things to kind of go to where it went and get up to number one. So a lot of these venues, like we could have tried to upgrade them, but like I didn't want to, and I wanted to keep them where they are because I do love doing like more intimate shows and seeing more of the crowd.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to come back to the hometown. I've been very excited for this show, but the whole tour has just been unbelievable.
It's been nuts,
just
dude.
so cool.
I mean, even at the radio station, because like I don't know how I should know this because I've been in radio for a long time, but I don't know how they do like choose the music and stuff like that. And every once in a while, I think there's been like 2 times in my career where I've said something about the music, like why aren't we playing the song? Because like it's not what I do, right? I just tell jokes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I let them do the music.
Which you're good at.
But with your song, I was like, why is Benson Boone's song not on the show? Like that song is so good and it's number one. I'm like, what? But they were adding. They're like, we're adding it. Like you don't know.
Yeah.
Don't tell us what to do. You don't know what you're doing.
Don't tell us what to do.
And I'm like, yeah, good point. I don't know how you guys do it, but tell me a little bit about making that song. Like,
yeah,
because it's different than anything out there. But it's like you're an artist. I mean that like musically, and then also you do art too. And I'm like, that is and it's an artistic piece that you put together. It's really cool.
Yeah. I wrote it in 2 parts because it's very different from all my other music. And I feel like a lot of my other music like is very piano based and ballad, and this one I just kind of wanted a new sound, and it's like more similar to a lot of the music that I've been writing, and so I wrote it on the piano, but I wrote it in 2 separate parts where the verse and the chorus were actually 2 different songs that I was working on. And so I brought it into the studio with Jack and Evan Blair. I didn't even think to put them together. And then Jack was like, dude, we could put those in the same song and it would work, and we just changed the key. And we did. And that's kind of how it came about. And when you're in this, like when you hear a song back in the studio, obviously, however good it is, you never know how it's actually going to perform once you release it. You can only put so much into it. And I knew that one had a lot of potential because it was like my favorite song I had ever written when I was listening to it. I just didn't know how much potential it had. And so watching everything that it's done and watching the numbers that it's done and what it's done for this tour and for my career, like I'm just so grateful to feel heard and for people to be listening to that song because I'm very
amazing.
Proud of it. Yeah,
like it was one of those moments when I first heard it where I was like, okay, I could see that something flipped, like career wise. I mean, for you, because like you're doing your thing, but like it's one of those defining moments. You could tell just by the performance of it, even. Yeah,
and I think also when I first started doing music and writing music. When I think back, like, I don't think I was as passionate about it as I am now, like, not even near.
Yeah.
And I think around the time I wrote Beautiful Things, that's kind of when I really started to, like, actually genuinely love just writing music and making music and creating it. And I think that was the biggest thing that changed for me is it became less of something that I saw as like, oh, this is like a cool thing to do and a cool place to get. It became less of that and more like, this is what I love to do.
That's what I got
and
from it.
I just want to keep doing this because I genuinely love making the music.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because I've talked to you a few times. Like, we went to the trampoline park and Victoria was hitting on Jacob. And then you come by the studio and, like, tried to teach us how to do a backflip and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, so I know you well enough to know the difference in what I heard there, though. Is just like, oh, you, like, fully stepped into you.
Yeah.
Really, like, because you could just tell. So that's gotta feel good that you're just like, yeah, this is me and this is what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Thank you.
I do have a couple questions. Well, I'll ask you a question while I get this out because we talked to your fans outside and asked them if they wanted to ask you anything. So we have a couple questions.
Oh,
from people outside.
Absolutely.
So
fans are wild.
Yeah,
dude, they are hilarious.
They're really, really passionate.
They are, and that's something I love so much and appreciate so much because I very strongly understand that, like, I could not do this without them, and I need them, and I love them and just appreciate their presence. So they are so incredible. I really do think that, and I'm not just saying that. Like, every time my parents, whenever they come to a show, they love to just go and talk to people in the line and in the crowd, and like over and over and over. It's just incredible stories that people are telling about what my music has done for them, and that means so much to me.
Yeah,
so it's really cool.
That's what music does for people too. It's so cool, like the memories it creates, and then the way it helps people bond and stuff like that. Yeah, it's dope. I'm gonna ask you these questions that we got from them, but I do have a question for you for me. So I'm getting into music now. I'm releasing my first song on May 14th.
Whoa!
What advice do you have for me for when it comes to dropping a song? Like,
dude. Well, I mean, it depends. It depends on what your intent is, because everybody's got different intentions. For me, like, when I release a song, I want people to, like, I try and tease it before. That's just, like, my thing. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that. I gotta get on social media and more and do it.
Yeah, it's hard. It is really hard because it's like two separate jobs.
Yeah.
Like, 50 years ago, like, people aren't, like, going on TikTok and teasing their music. Like, people, the music would speak for itself, and then that person would, speak for the music. Like, that's not how it is now.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, man. I think if you, like, what are your intentions with the song and with your music and where you want to go? Like, I think that depends.
It's something that I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And like you, I do a lot of different things. So art, comedy, radio show. I wanted to show a different side of me, and I like learning new things. So I over the last 2 years learned piano, learned music, and all that.
That's
kind of
so
cool. And I've realized that I have, just like you said, a passion for it. Like, I've poured myself into that more than I ever have my stand-up. And so I'm like, well, obviously I really love this. I've always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And so it's really just to be heard and show people a different side and, like, create things, be heard from a different point of view. Like, So.
Yeah, I would just recommend taking that passion for wanting to be heard to, I mean, for me, like, the internet is the best place to do that, whether it's on TikTok or Instagram or freaking Twitter, dude, or X, I guess now it's called.
Is that confusing?
Yeah, that's so confusing.
I feel like that's the worst name. Anytime anybody says they X somebody or they were on X, I'm like, you got back with your ex? What?
I know. It confuses me too. I'll always call it Twitter.
Yeah.
But, just, like, I think find the best part of the song, the part that you love the most, and then just, like, try and make any sort of video to it that feels right for that sound, and then just keep making those.
See, and the first song that I'm releasing is special to me. I wrote it for somebody.
Yeah.
And first time I ever sang in front of anybody. And I was, like, nerve-wracking, like,
that's opening up in that way is really hard.
It really is, like, because I've always thought I was pretty vulnerable. Like, on stage I'll talk about whatever, on the radio I'll talk about whatever. Singing in front of people is a whole different ballgame.
Music is a different kind of vulnerability that most people, like, don't understand.
Yeah.
It's like ripping a page out of your diary and reading it to someone.
Exactly.
But, like, twice as embarrassing, because if you mess up, then you're just like...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I kept messing up the song. I was like, hold on, I'm going to start over.
Yeah,
that was
I feel that.
Yeah, but I'm like, all right, this is embarrassing, but just wait. I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
All right, so I got the questions from your fans that are outside.
Okay.
The first one is, what color is your toothbrush?
Pink.
Pink. That was quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you always have a pink toothbrush or?
No, used to be black.
Okay.
But I
now
got a
it's
new
pink.
one
All right.
last week.
What's your favorite food?
Probably, dude, honestly, probably a crispy chicken sandwich.
Ooh,
That's just like
from where?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they're good.
Chick-fil-A's got the freaking best.
They do.
sandwiches.
They have-
It's stupid.
They are
They're
really
so ridiculously good. You know what? Yesterday, we had a day off yesterday on tour in Bend, Oregon, and there was one, like, we were all, it was like 9 p.m. We're looking for a store or like a restaurant or like somewhere to go eat. Everything closed at 9, and I was like, bro, there is a Mod Pizza, a Chipotle, and a Chick-fil-A all next to each other that are all open till 10. Let's just go. We go. Everybody's eating at Mod. Like, a couple of us went to Chipotle, and I'm like, mine's set on Chick-fil-A. Went to Chick-fil-A. Like, the actual store itself, like going inside to eat, was closed. All they had was the drive-thru, and we didn't have a car. We just Ubered there. And the Uber had already left. So I tried to walk through the drive-thru, and they're like, no, it's a safety regulation. You can't do this. So I ordered another Uber to take me through the drive-thru to get Chick-fil-A.
I would have done the same
And
thing, probably.
me and the Uber driver ate Chick-fil-A. And it was,
That's awesome. Just-
Yeah, well, he was hungry. Yeah.
just to get an Uber just to go through the drive-thru is
Yeah.
amazing. All right, what is your favorite song on your new album?
Oh, that's a really good question. It changes every day. Probably My Greatest Fear.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your dream collaboration?
Billie Eilish or Olivia Rodrigo. I think one of those two. Billie Eilish is like, I don't know. Her voice is like, I mean, it's angelic, obviously, but I just think it mixes very well with other people. Like, she does a really good job when she does collaborations at, some people's voice kind of overpowers the other, and some is like underpowers the other.
Right.
I don't know. I think it would sound good, but I'm just putting it out into the world. Billie Eilish.
It'll happen then. What's your favorite part about Seattle?
The mountains. Not like Seattle, the city, because if we're talking about the city Seattle, I don't actually know what my favorite part would be. But I think like the Seattle area, definitely the mountains. It's something I think about all the time because I grew up backpacking a lot, and I miss it so much. Like, there is nowhere with just more greenery and beauty than the mountains up here. Like, it's ridiculous. I miss it.
Where do you live now? Do you live in LA now? Or-
Yeah, I just moved to LA like maybe 5 months ago.
Okay.
So I'm pretty new.
It's not as much greenery there at all.
And everybody there is like, oh, you want hiking? Well, I'll take you on a hike. And it's like a walk
I know.
with like 90
It's
other
so
people
funny.
up to the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, it's
and
a
I'm like,
running
no,
canyon.
that's not a hike.
I grew up in LA, so I know exactly what you're talking about. It's so funny because we don't know how to hike. And then I came out here, and then someone asked me to go hiking, and I was like, this is mountain climbing. And now I'm into it, though. Now I'm into it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place to perform?
That's a really good question. My favorite place to perform, probably Amsterdam.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
One, Amsterdam is like the coolest city on this planet. It's incredible. If you've never been, you should go to Amsterdam. But the crowds are electric, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I bet the crowds are crazy there. I've only been there once, but it was on New Year's, and it was nuts.
Oh, dude.
It was insane.
I know. I bet New Year's got to be insane.
Yeah, actually, the local people are like, don't come here on New Year. Why'd you come here on New Year's? They're
really?
like, we all leave on New Year's because it gets so nuts, but it was crazy.
That's wild.
What's your favorite sport to watch?
Football. American football. Yeah, definitely.
Are you a Seahawks fan then?
I am.
Okay. I
Yeah,
figured.
it's the most entertaining. Like, I'll watch basketball. I'll watch baseball. Is like I can watch it on a TV for like maybe 20 minutes and then I'm cooked.
Yeah.
But like if I go to a game, I can watch the whole game and be completely satisfied.
Right.
In person, I could watch any sports game and just like be so happy to be there. But on a TV, football.
Okay. Somebody noticed a theme of Skin and Bones. Is it theme or theme?
They said
Theme.
Did they say theme?
They said
Theme.
they noticed a theme in like
Theme, okay.
2-ish songs
Of Skin and
like,
Bones.
If there's like, something behind that.
What's that about? Yeah, they want that.
Not really. I just think, like in a lot of music that I write and create, I don't know. It's just something that I feel is a metaphor that's comprehensible and like easy to understand. Because a lot of times I'll put metaphors in my music that like most people don't catch and that is not easy to understand. But like things like that where it's tangible and it's like it's just a basic description of something physical that you can imagine in your head. I think it just makes it easier to paint a picture.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I know you're busy, because you have a show to do, and then also you have
a show.
a ton of fans waiting to meet you. So, dude, it's always great seeing you, and congratulations on everything, man.
Thank you.
I was honestly so excited for you.
Dude, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure.
I still am excited for you. I shouldn't say was. I still am.
For everybody that didn't know, I actually grew up every day of high school listening to him on the radio in my car
And I listen to you on
every
the
single
radio.
morning. So, full circle moment.
Yeah, it is.
Love you guys.
Hey.